Okay, go.
Filming? Sweet. So welcome back to Never Krav Maga. It's been a little while since we talked Krav, but we're going to kind of get back into it. Tonight in class we talked a lot about kind of driving forward. Oftentimes when we're doing gun defenses or anything like that, even just choke defenses, people have a tendency in training to not want to disrupt the space of their partner, right? So they'll get in here and they're like, oh, okay, I'm going to do a gun defense, and I'm kind of here, and I'm kind of hitting, and I'm maneuvering my way around him. Or if he's got the gun in my back, I'm kind of going in here, kind of hitting, moving around. And you don't see a lot of movement out of that person. We're really, really big prominent, we talk about it a lot at least, about not going around my bad guy, but going in front of it. For gun stuff, especially if I'm going gun from behind, for gun stuff, if I start turning in, and I'm in a habit of just staying here and rotating around and not going at him, so the second he sees me moving, oftentimes he's going to start pulling the gun away. If I'm not in a habit of moving forward and essentially chasing through the bad guy, I might miss that oftentimes. So when we're talking about our gun stuff, I'm doing my traditional Krav type stuff where I'm turning in and I'm rotating, but I'm not going right here to grab onto the wrist. I'm going way in deep here to grab a hold of the arm and making sure that I'm getting as absolutely close as possible. Whether you're doing it one arm or two arm, none of that stuff matters. If I was going from the front, same exact thing. I'm not thinking here. I'm getting myself here so that I'm chasing the gun. I'm continually moving in, leaning on the gun, whether I'm outside or inside, again, doesn't matter. But if we're moving and he's moving, I'm going with him. Never at any point do I kind of stop static here and kind of move on, right? So we're talking about driving forward. I'm a huge kind of pain in the ass with my students when they're kind of going into that stuff. This same exact application of not moving around my bad guy but moving through applies with choke defenses and 360 defenses and whatever the heck else you're doing or whatever system you're in. Let's say he applies a choke from the front, right? So I take my arm up, I do my defense. If I go with our traditional kind of biceps, ear, turn, and pivot, and I'm just kind of here and I'm doing this thing and I'm moving around him, he's never really moving. I'm never really disrupting his space. Ryan Hoover often talks about there's pushes and pulls in fighting, right? There's only two movements, pushes or pulls. What he never says is there's not disrupting your bad guy. Somebody's pushing, somebody's pulling. That's just the way it works. So as I'm going into this, I want to be as aggressive as possible. My arm comes up, I'm going to turn. When I go back in, my whole body is driving through every single one of these motions. I'm going forward, I'm going forward, I'm going forward. No matter what the motion is, right? Even when we talk outside defenses or arm stops, if he takes a big swing at my head, I'm not necessarily staying here. I'm trying to insert my body. I'm trying to drive my whole entire body weight into it. When it comes here, I'm going forward. I'm clearing from that point to move myself in. Jeff Thompson, got a chance to go to one of his seminars. It's literally how we started the entire seminar. With just one mitt on your hand, big freaking punches, elbows, hammer fists, and just driving forward, driving forward, driving forward. So we want to see that out of our students. We want to see that oftentimes out of people that are talking self-defense. I'm not trying to be skilled and flashy. I'm not trying to look, Chris, bang, and do that little number. I'm trying to be aggressive, right? He puts his hands on my throat, I'm up, the whole entire body is driving the whole entire way through. And we start here, we end up 500 feet away the other way, right? So you've got to be thinking about pushes and pulls. You've got to be thinking about being aggressive, and you want to apply that to any facet of what you're doing with self-defense, right? So a little talk tonight about pushes, stuff we addressed in our higher level class tonight. Check it out, see what you think about it, play with it, and we'll see you guys next time.